Is this the most re-released game of all time? Artic World Cup. Artic World Cup. I'll tell you why I'm doing this today. It's because I was playing Glenn Hoddle Soccer on the Amstrad CPC by Amsoft, which was so bad that I just got round to asking myself, is Glenn Hoddle Soccer worse than Artic World Cup? Which of course means here we are looking at Artic World Cup. For those who don't know, it's a very basic football game released in 1984, and one that's, well, possibly the most re-released game of all time. We'll start off on the Spectrum, 695 for the C64 and Spectrum, 795 for the Amstrad, and I'm not sure what it was for the C16. It's a five-a-side game with 6 players. Okay. And you've got some options for music during the game. That's always good in a practice mode. Select your number of players, up to 9, and you are going to play in the World Cup with lots of teams. So here we are in the first round qualifiers as England. Press enter to continue with the system font. We're playing Spain. And we have interrupt-driven music. And the game is coded by John Prince, who also did Mutant Monty and, wait for it, Supergran for Tynesoft. So I am white, and the animation is only slightly above that in Football Manager. When you watch the matches, it's right, can I tackle the computer? My character is now green, that I'm in control of. And I have to kick the ball in. Oh, my goalkeeper's coming up. There's no penalty area or anything like that. It's very simple. The music is, it can be turned off, and you'll probably want to do that. I wonder if the game speeds up if you turn it off. So there I am kind of greeny cyan. I'm cyan. Oh, what's happening? It's a big blocky mess of flickering and colour clash, and I mean, I know this is a very, very early football game, and one that I expect would have been forgotten if it wasn't for the fact that US Gold re-released this 2 years later at a far higher price as the official 1986 World Cup game. Yeah, they called it World Cup Carnival. Came in a big box with posters and badges and all sorts of things, because US Gold screwed up on their coding. They thought Ocean were going to code them a football game using the Matchday engine, and then they found out they hadn't. So, yeah, they ended up going around all the developers in the UK, and the only people who came forward were Artic, who said, yeah, we can put together a football game in about 6 weeks. And what they released was a thinly revamped, well, this, Artic World Cup. So we really are ploughing on here. It's no fun. We go over to the C64. And coded by Donald Campbell on the C64. Now, I think the C64 should have music, but I haven't got any. But I believe that may be a blessing. So we all run out. Still no centre circle, or presumably any other markings on the pitch other than the basic halfway line and the edge of the pitch. So we are all running forward in a group like a bunch of school kids playing football. Computer is running with the ball. I am trying. I am red. I mean, at least I can see who I am. I'm now running towards the computer goal. I will try and shoot the ball. Oh, the goalkeeper got it. Oh, we do have some sound then. Right, the computer's trying to go up the pitch. I'm back round. I'm on goal. No, the goalkeeper. No, right. Well, at least on this version, the player you are controlling changes intelligently to the one that's closest to the ball, which means it feels already like a more modern football game. Because not all the games in this era, including Glenn Hoddle Soccer, do this. And at least it's not jerking around and the movement's smooth. It's at half-time, we're changing ends. It's still 0-0 here at the Arctic World Cup. Zap gave this 49% and said it wasn't as good as international soccer, but they didn't complain too much about it. They said, well, it's still kind of all right, but, in fact, the words of the review seem better than the 49% score would reflect. So, yeah, this got re-released also as a World Cup, as I say, this game got released as World Cup Carnival. Arctic also revamped it as World Cup 2. And then World Cup 2 also got released during the 1992 European Championship by Micro Value. C16 version. Apologies for the interference on the screen. I only have my switch mode power supply for this. Oh, hang on here. Off we go. I'm yellow. It's quite fast. My linear power supply is in to be looked at by Commodore Lad. So I only have a switch mode supply. And my +4 hates switch mode power supplies and puts interference on the screen. You think this is bad? You should see the state of the +4 when I put my other, ironically more expensive, C64 power supply on it. Hope to get my linear one back soon. It's very, very fast, this. I mean, it is on the C16, but we do have markings around the goal on the, not all of them, but we've got some of them on the C16. We've got no centre circle there. Are we going to score? We're going to score. Oh, no. Well, this already has more action than any of the other versions. It's nippy, but the computer appears to only have one set of movements, and the flickering when you move and the sprite flickering as well at the same time is really quite, oh, there it goes again, quite distracting. Goal, Chinny! Yeah, there's no centre circle. Is there any score on the screen? I think it might be top left. But it's all in 16K. So, Amstrad CPC version by John Prince. And system fonts and all that stuff, as you'd kind of expect. I bought this game as World Cup 2, the revamped version of this by Micro Value in 1992. I mentioned before. Nicely packaged. Not many other games in the shop that day. They were very careful to not show too much of the game itself. I thought, a football game I haven't heard of before. $2.99 can't be too bad, can it? It was. It's just an enhanced version of this that I think has penalties and a few enhancements, but it's still Arctic World Cup. So I'm running towards the goal. Oh, I've scored. I have scored. Right, so on the Amstrad version here, my shorts change colour. Oh, the computer's got the ball, it's on the go. Oh. Yeah, Glenn Hoddle Soccer has better scrolling than this. It's push scrolling, but it works better. A lot of flickering. A lot of sprite issues. No centre circle again. Can't Arctic draw a centre circle? What's so hard about circles? But we do have the full goalkeeper marking, or goal markings. AI seems to be computer get ball, computer run at goal, when computer close to goal, hit ball hard. That's it. That AI is most obvious on the C16. But we are now 2-1 down. Mainly because my goalkeeper keeps diving because he gets auto-selected too early while I'm still trying to run with my player and he just dives. Amtix gave this 66%. See, I've mentioned the Amtix for once because I don't usually trust their reviews. This is the best football simulation on the Amstrad to date but there's still room for a lot of improvement, and no doubt some of the better conversions will be along soon. Back to the Spectrum. 2 game minutes to go. Yeah, I've disappeared. I assume the computer's on top of me. I'm just a kind of... I'm not the invisible man. Or not very invisible, just kind of partially invisible man. We do extra time, apparently. So, what the game doesn't tell you is this is now golden goal. Because the game will run on forever until someone scores. But did anyone know what golden goal was in 1984? Please stop the music. I've heard more tuneful fax machines. Oh, look at how I actually disappeared then. This is diabolical. I've got the ball. And I need to run up. And I know, again, I keep saying it's diabolical. It's an early football game. We know that. I'd be crosser if I was reviewing World Cup Carnival. But I think that's a video for another day. The whole story of that, although I've told you much of it already anyway. But to look at the packaging and what US Gold bundled in. Oh, has it gone in? Oh! That's the most drama we've had in this so far. I mean, soon you'd have match day and all sorts of other games. But I suppose this is probably one of the very first football games on the Spectrum. Extra time's gone on for quite a while, but we now have a throw-in. Computer is thrown in. I just get the feeling I'm going to be outnumbered here. My goalkeeper is doing nothing. Dive, do something. It's gone in. Spain 1, England 0. Spain is victorious. Player 1, England gets the boot. What is going on? I'm jumping for the World Cup, which looks nothing like the World Cup, and fall to the ground. Back to the 64. It is still 0-0. Remember, I'm going to be the red player. And I'm going left. And the computer is now going right. Get the ball. Right, run, run, run. We can get a goal. We can get a goal. There's no point trying to pass because it's not that kind of game, is it really? This is not sensible soccer. Even up to games like Striker on the Amiga, most of these games were best played by literally running with the ball. It's only when Sensi came in that it became, you have to pass. I was zigzagging up the pitch in Striker. You could just, if you timed it right, you could always get the ball behind the keeper as he dived. Got a throw in. Really badly. Right, come on. There's no defenders in the way but the goalkeeper. Oh, no. Yeah, I always have trouble tackling the computer player, but he has no trouble getting the ball off me. Oh, no. Right, he's passed the ball back to me again. Come on, go. Come on. I've passed it that time. No. How far is that goalkeeper coming out? You can gain slightly on the computer player, but not much. I've got the ball. I've got the ball. I've got the ball. Come on. No. Oh. Kick the ball up in there. There's no one up there to receive it. Right, now. Let's run at the computer goal and score. Just to try and get some... I don't know how much time's left in this game. Oh. Lemon 64 has 5 music tracks linked to this game, but I'm not getting them. I'm not getting anything. I don't know if it's the image I've got or someone's just turned them off because they're so annoying. Didn't manually turn them off. Perhaps I need to turn them on. Tell you this much, if they're as bad as the Spectrum, goal! If they're as bad as the Spectrum, then you will be turning them off. I think that screen said player 1 is victorious, but it managed to skip past it. we go to the next game versus Argentina. Back to the C16, and again, apologies for the noise on the screen. It's my power supply causing it. It's not causing any harm to my +4, I hope, but it just doesn't like the noise of a switch mode power supply. Is that game over? Is it half time? What's going on? I've got no time on the screen or anything. We all appear to be running back to the centre circle, even though I haven't scored a goal. And there we go. I won 2-1 against my +4. Joy. On the CPC. Oh, the computer's running at the goal. The computer's running at the goal. Oh, it's 3-2. It's 3-2 now. 4-2. 4-2, sorry. It's now 4-2. Right, okay, let's try and grab this back. But is that the end of the game? That's the end of the game. Brazil have beaten me. And apparently the world champions are Scotland. Is that the worst loading screen ever? Artic World Cup. Well, it is an early football game. I can't be as harsh on this as the people who later re-released this game as World Cup Carnival. I'm looking at you, US Gold. In 84-85, it does what it says on the tin. You get to play a game of football. Not a very good game of football. On the C64 and actually the Amstrad to an extent. And also kind of the C16. It's, I think, Zap with their, 49% rating. It seems fair. It's nothing special. There's better football games around. But it is very, very early. And on the 64, you've got international soccer. On the Amstrad, I'm not sure you've actually got anything at this stage, to be fair. Spectrum version has too many graphical glitches and is just too jerky and horrible to be any good. C16 I can forgive and extend the appalling scrolling and flickering because it's a 16K computer and they've got a football game working. But on the Spectrum, you've got 48K. It's a 48K game. It's horrible with your sprites disappearing and so on. If this game hadn't been re-released as World Cup Carnival, we wouldn't even be talking about it now because no one would remember it. But because it got released as World Cup Carnival and it also got released as World Cup 2 with just a few additions such as penalties, this game kind of gets everywhere to the point people like me in 1992 are buying it accidentally. Looking at it today, I can't be too harsh on it, but looking at the point of somebody who bought this in 1992, I was fuming.